very quiet.
Emergency was declared. It was activated probably the next morning.
Oh, so the EOC didn't activate till Sunday morning on the 13th?
Yeah, I think so. I have the email. I mean, the exact time I can find out. I don't know exactly, but they don't activate it until after there's an event that occurs. It's not activated before that.
Okay, because I know I looked up on the sheriff's office website and what is that, Nixle alert or whatever?
Yeah.
That didn't go out till 6:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's not the evacuation alert though. For the reverse 911, my guess it probably, CAL FIRE would have initiated it first. And I know the fire started sometime about 1:30 in the afternoon. I got the notice of it. I got an email or a text at 2:10 that there was smoke on Cobb, and that's when I started looking into it. And by then, pretty close to that is when the 4 firefighters got burned over and jumped Bottle Rock, and that's according to CAL FIRE. That's when they started the evacuation, and they contacted the sheriff's office. And the sheriff's office with firefighters and all that, they began their effort to do evacuations.
Okay, well
it's probably closer. It's probably somewhere between 2 and 2:30.
Well, that's quite interesting because it was after 3 when I heard the spotter planes rolling around and walked outside and saw flames on the ridge top, and then I called 911 and I was told to get out of Dodge.
Yeah, I'm just guessing at the times, but.
And then after we had packed our stuff into the truck and our pet and got ourselves out of here, I ended up getting blocked on Highway 175 because there was fire running across by Gifford Springs. Backtracked to Black Rock and sat there for a few minutes, and then a Clear Lake police car came screaming up the street, sirens going up Gulf Road, and not on his PA system telling people to evacuate, just driving around with a siren blaring.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, oh, really? I have video of this, by the way.
Yeah. Well, the sheriff's office would definitely have some information on that, on what those guys are supposed to do.
And also, forestry department, I guess, from Boggs was out here, and they drove up Cobb Boulevard and circled around with the siren going, and my neighbor tells me they whizzed right past her on the road and didn't stop to talk to her or tell her anything. Yeah. See, like, somebody dropped a ball someplace.
Yeah, well, and I'm sure that we'll get to that. In fact, they probably already have. That's not anything that the board deals with, but the sheriff's office and the fire department, I'm sure that they're doing some evaluation of what they should have done or what did work and what didn't work.
Well, there needs to be a public forum on this, because I don't know. Like I said, did KNTI or whatever? I think that's the local radio station that no one listens to. Were they triggered off for the emergency alert and broadcast a get the hell out of Dodge message, or did that not happen to much?
No, it didn't happen. It doesn't happen with them because they don't have that capability. They should have, but they don't have that capability. No one can hear them up on Cobb anyway.
Well, I can hear them up on Cobb. KNTI and some others.
Well, KNTI, yeah. So I thought you were talking about the local radio station. The local talk.
Yeah, the public service thing. No,
I don't know. That's a good question about KNTI and all those others.
Yeah, they should have been triggered off. And I mean, dude, I worked for emergency management in New Jersey for like 10 years. Okay, and I know the drill. We had a big desk in the sheriff's EOC, and it had ham radio, it had public service radio, it had telephones to all the county radio stations that you could pull up and trigger them off to put out the emergency alerts and give them the message. And I'm just wondering if any of this ever happened in this situation.
Yeah, I could find out. I don't know if I could find out.
But it's pretty good if you could, because even
my sheriff, if they're going to have the sheriff and the fire department together a public forum at some point to identify what worked and what didn't.
Because even down in Middletown at like 5:30, I was in Hardister's Market getting myself a pocket knife and a flashlight that I had rushed out of the house without grabbing.
Yeah.
And the flames were roaring down on Highway 29 at that moment, and I dropped the pocket knife, slammed the tailgate on my truck shut, and we got the heck out of there and headed south. And at that time, anyone I talked to had no clue what was going on. Zero clue.
Well, I was over here doing traffic control on Bottle Rock and Coal Creek, and I didn't have a clue. I was trying to find out without bothering somebody because I knew everybody was busy. But I didn't know which direction the fire was going. I had people coming off the cloud, and I was asking them if they would come down. I go, what do you guys see? And I started doing traffic control at 4 o'clock over here, and I did that until 8 o'clock the next morning. Mm-hmm. And it was, harvesters, cob is gone, all the stores are gone, everything's gone, gas stations are blowing up. I mean, I heard all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah, there was all sorts of rumors flying, and no information. Yeah. Now, I also heard, Rob, that, I've only been up here since 2010, or late 2010. I also heard there had been some sort of evac plan in place, and also plans for emergency sirens or something to be placed up here in this region. You know anything about that?
No, I knew they used to have them, and the fire departments took them out for some reason, and I never heard any more about any of those ever coming up here, but I contacted, since the fire happened, I've contacted several agencies, OES, and we're going to re-implement those, as well as screen gauges that will identify waters that are raising fast, that can notify people and let them know that there's a good chance of flooding and they need to get to high ground. So.
Well, on Cobb Mountain, I don't think we need to get to high ground.
No, but there's about 27 communities around that could be affected by landslides.
Right. But yeah, that's the big point there. Is when the Clear Lake police car and the Department of Forestry truck SUV ripped through here, they were just ripping through with their siren, and they weren't saying mandatory evacuation, got to get out of here or nothing. They just ran through with their sirens going and came back in.
I'm not sure how they were notifying people as far as we're going door to door. I don't know. We didn't find out from the sheriff's office.
Yeah, well, don't they have PA systems on all public?
Of course they do.
I know they do, because if you get pulled over and they're like, don't get out of the car, stay there, put your hands on the steering wheel, all that. Yeah, right. So they got PA systems, but I think we had some very panicked people at that point, and that was almost 4 o'clock. And I talked to PG&E. I had a power quality monitor on my meter during this event, and when the PG&E employee came to take it out after the fire, after we got home on the 27th or whenever it was, he took it off. He downloaded the data off the thing and put it back on. He says, "Oh, geez, we only got a couple days of data." And he was looking at it. He's going, look at that. 4 o'clock, the power went out. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's when I switched the power off to the mountain. Yeah. So I have a lot of data. I've got a lot of data on this event, and somewhere we need to get everybody together and get it all collaborated and figure out what went wrong. Like I said, I got 10 years of emergency management experience, and I can just see 27 things that went wrong here.
Yeah, I bet there was. There's a lifetime of never having this kind of an event, and we're prepared for this, that's for sure. But I'll find out from the sheriff's department and see if we can find out, if they plan on doing some kind of a public forum at some point with the fire department to explain what happened and what should have happened.
Well, yeah, that has to happen. There's no need for that not to happen. Somebody's got to step up and take some responsibility and decide what we're going to do for the next time around. There's not ever going to, another 50 years, you're not going to have this type of event here, but it still needs to be taken into account and something done about it. All right, well, if you find out anything about it, give me a call back next week or email me even.
What I was going to suggest you do is send me an email with your request to have a public forum, and then I will forward that to the sheriff's department and the fire department, and then let it go from there.
All right. Let me get your email written down here. Okay.
It's Rbrown.
Rbrown.
Pacific.net is probably the best one. That's my whole email.
All right. Will do, Rob.
All right.
All right. Have yourself a good afternoon. Hope there's no spotter planes flying around in circles here.
Oh, God. I hope not. All right. We'll see you later.
All right. Bye-bye.